F-150, a workhorse with the power to take on anything. From California's best-selling truck brand, now you can lease the Ford F-150 STX for only $359 a month. Just $359. Hurry in today.
In 1985, Vallarta Supermarkets was founded as a small carniceria in Van Nuys, California. Providing our community with authentic foods and outstanding customer service was our dream. From this humble beginning, Vallarta has grown to serve many more communities in Southern California and beyond. Vallarta Supermarkets, 40 years at your side.
The Ford F-150 Hybrid 4x4 has an estimated range of around 700 miles and the muscle to tow more than 11,000 pounds. Get the Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid with 0.9% APR financing and start saving at the pump.
Hi, my name is Dominic, and I live in Huntington Beach, and I think you guys are doing an awesome, amazing job. Thanks, and have a good day. Bye.
Good evening. I'm Susan Hirosuna. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf is live from this crash that we need to tell you about first. It happened around 4:30 this afternoon on North Chicago Street at First Street. And let's go to Matthew Seedorf. He's live at the scene for us. There are 4 people that were involved in this or more. Matthew, tell us more.
Yeah, so we're just learning more as we got to this scene. As you said, 1 person is dead, several people injured. It sounds like a single vehicle crash, a pickup truck. There were actually people in the bed of that pickup truck when it crashed. We've heard from witnesses that they actually flipped out of the truck and are severely injured, were taken to a hospital. I'll step out of the way and you can see the scene as Frank zooms in and shows you. You can see that single vehicle that actually is on its side behind that red pickup truck bed. That single vehicle that was involved was a pickup truck. It's on its side there. 1 person is dead. You can see the canopy behind that truck, and then at least 4 people injured. We're also learning that if you look at this video from Sky Fox, you can see the massive scene. It goes for blocks out here. Someone left from that truck and has since been just barricaded in somewhere along this block. Police right now aren't exactly sure where he is on this block. There's an active search going underway for that person that was inside this truck. I actually saw a video from a witness that showed someone getting using the jaws of life, the fire department here, taking that person out of the pickup truck involved in that crash, and then moments later that person just ran off somewhere on this block. So right now there's an active search underway for that person. LAPD choppers above, and all the crime tape is up here blocked off. But again, 1 person is dead, and that search is underway for that 1 person that was in the truck. I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
Okay, that's sort of an interesting piece of information that the person just ran off. I know the investigation is very, very new, Matthew, but at this point, do we have any idea what led up to the crash?
Yeah, we don't. And as you said, it's very early on in the investigation. I can say that witnesses here mentioned seeing possible nitrous oxide cans near the pickup truck. Again, that's not confirmed by law enforcement. That is what 1 witness said, though, again, very early on in this investigation.
All right, more to come. Matthew, thank you. Well, we're also following this breaking news out of Michigan, where at least 4 people are dead and several others injured after a man rammed his truck into a Michigan Mormon church, shot worshipers, and then set the church on fire. This all happened during church services earlier this afternoon. Authorities have identified the shooter, who is now dead, as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, a former Marine. Police say there are more people unaccounted for as crews continue to look for victims in the fire. Fox's Brian Yennis reports.
The gunman opened fire inside a Mormon church in Michigan and set it ablaze, leaving several others injured and some in critical condition. Hundreds of people were inside the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, about 50 miles north of Detroit, when police say a 40-year-old man drove his car into the front of the building during Sunday service.
He then exited his vehicle, firing several rounds at individuals within the church. 10 gunshot victims have been transported to local hospitals at this time, including one who has been deceased.
Authorities say local police officers immediately responded to the situation and engaged in gunfire with the suspect, who is now dead. During the suspect's attack, law enforcement believe he also deliberately set the church on fire. Massive flames and thick black smoke coming from the building were seen for hours before firefighters put it out.
And we do believe that there was people up there that were near that fire and they were unable to get out of the church. So we do believe that we will find additional victims once we're able to search that.
A spokesman for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints wrote in part, quote, "Places of worship are meant to be sanctuaries of peacemaking, prayer, and connection. We pray for peace and healing for all involved." Police say there is no ongoing threat to the public and they are investigating a motive for the shooting. In New York, Brian Yennis, Fox News.
A spokesperson for Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints says the gunman does not appear to have any connection to the congregation. Meantime, places of worship nationwide, including here, are on high alert. LA Mayor Karen Bass has ramped up security at locations around the city. Fox 11's Haley Winslow will have more on that story just ahead. Developing news on the suspect in last night's mass shooting at a waterfront bar in North Carolina. He's been identified as 40-year-old Nigel Edge and is now facing 3 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of attempted murder. Investigators say he opened fire from a small boat close to the crowded restaurant, and an attack they call targeted and premeditated.
We believe that this was a targeted location. We appear that he acted in what we call a lone wolf. He acted alone. This is highly premeditated from what we're seeing at this time.
Well, the suspect is being held without bond. Police say he identified himself as a combat veteran who suffers from PTSD. New land movement in Rancho Palos Verdes. Skyfox overhead this afternoon. An ongoing landslide has been having a major impact in the Portuguese Bend area. LA County fire officials say a 300-foot section of land slipped over the bluff and fell about 100 feet into the yards of several homes. No injuries reported and no evacuation orders were issued. All right, we are joining this police pursuit. More breaking news for you. Skyfox flying over the San Bernardino area. San Bernardino County Sheriff's chasing that tractor trailer. CHP is now involved as well. Right now, we're on the 210 freeway heading west as we follow along and see. We don't have much information on what the original want was on this, but basically we just knew that CHP got involved. Apparently, there might be a male driver inside that is wanted for some kind of firearm situation. San Bernardino Sheriff's deputies are still involved as well, but the original call went to the San Bernardino County deputies. And now, as you see, this box truck, this panel truck, whatever you want to call it, in the San Gabriel Valley is just tooling along there, 44 miles per hour. It looks as if the truck is getting off the freeway with CHP right behind. As we follow along, it doesn't appear as if the driver wants to be driving recklessly. Now the driver is slowing, perhaps to take this turn into this parking lot to get out of the way, which then may suggest that this pursuit is pretty much over, but we'll see. We've been fooled before, haven't we? So we're watching as this panel truck, this box truck, with a driver that may be wanted for some kind of firearm charge. As the truck then meanders through the parking lot, not going particularly fast. Presumably you can't go that fast in a truck like that, especially when you're making those kinds of turns. He has settled into a parking space, and now let's see what happens as law enforcement, as CHP get out of their vehicles. We see multiple different cars, perhaps different agencies, but we know for sure that CHP got involved once they were on the freeway, and then San Bernardino County deputies were first involved in following this driver. Right now, we can see that the driver has his arms up out of the window, or briefly out of the window. He might be making plans on opening the door there and making his way out. Okay, door is open. Right now, because the law enforcement officers are so close, they are giving him all kinds of instructions. We've seen this many, many times before, where hands out,